Live from Studio A, this is The Roundtable.
Underwriting for The Roundtable is brought to you by Sprouts Farmers Market, New York Pizza and Pasta, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, located in Adams Residence Hall.
The captain walking away in New York City. The Olympics are heating up literally with the warm weather in Sochi, and it's Bedlam weekend. All this and more coming at you in the Round Table. Welcome to the Round Table, another Friday edition of the latest and greatest sports show here at the University of Oklahoma. I'm Zach Sepanik, your host. Let's jump right into things and meet the panel of experts, starting with Brett Coppenbarger, whose favorite team is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, I would like to shout out my mother, Donna Coppenbarger, for being the best Valentine's Day person there you could ever be.
And Mason Prince, whose favorite sports team is the Boston Red Sox.
I want to give a shout out to the most beautiful camera person on the face of the planet, Jessica Bruno, and the most beautiful host, Zach Sepanik. If you want to give me a point, that's okay.
And Matt McCullock, whose favorite sports team is the Texas Rangers.
I want to give a shout out to all the wonderful people out there. Happy Singles Awareness Day. Chocolate's on sale next week.
Becca Slaughter, whose favorite sports team is the St. Louis Cardinals.
If I wasn't here right now, I'd be watching the second season of House of Cards, just me, myself, and my cat. It's fine.
Well, let's jump right into things. Mr. November, number 2, Derek Jeter. Number 2, as he's known, revealed Wednesday on Facebook that the 2014 season will be his last. The shortstop finishes his career after this season with 5 World Series rings, hoping to add another all-time hits leader Yankees history. Brett, what's his legacy?
Well, Derek Jeter has been the face of the Yankees really since before I could remember. I mean, Rookie of the Year, 13-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glove winner, Gold Glove Award winner. But listen to this. Minka Kelly, Jessica Biel, Adriana Lima, Jessica Alba. That's all you need to hear. That's who he dated.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. He's going to be remembered for what he did off the field, but mostly what he did on. You know, he can end this season in the top 5 all-time hit list. That's impressive. That's an impressive stat in and of itself. That's how I think he's going to be remembered. Can't get injured during the season, though, Matt.
Absolutely not. No, but his career is the epitome of perfection. He started off as a 1996 Rookie of the Year. Hopefully he can end right off in the sunset like every great baseball player should, but he is the picture-perfect MLB baseball player.
That is very true, but I have to agree with Mason. He's definitely going to remember how he was and the kind of person he was off the field as well. Commissioner Bud Selig said it best when he mentioned that the MLB will not see a finer ambassador than Derek Jeter.
Never.
And great person, great baseball player.
So well respected. If you're a baseball fan of any team, doesn't matter. Baseball fan.
Great player on and off the field.
I'm going to have to agree with not only Bud Selig, but Becca Slaughter on this one. As a Yankee fan, I love Derek Jeter, and he is going to be missed. Brett, I love the girlfriend talk, but not quite close enough.
Great.
Marcus Smart, more like Marcus Dumb, pushing a Texas Tech fan last Saturday in the closing moments of the Cowboys' loss, then slapped with a 3-game suspension. Your thoughts on the punishment? Was it too little or too much, Mason?
I think it was just about right. You know, you can't do that. You're one of the best basketball players in the entire country. And in my opinion, when I said on our radio show, he is the best basketball player in college basketball right now. I think he should have been the number one overall pick. Definitely hurt his draft stock.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely did. But I think it was well deserved. 3 games is enough. I think this was a big slap in the face maybe to wake Marcus Smart up. This is not the first time that he's had incidents like this. Against West Virginia, he had a bad game, only 4 points, went off and kicked a chair. That's bad. That's bad news. Maybe this would be good for him as a person to say, hey, listen, you got to settle down now.
And as an athlete, you are watched so closely anyways. You
Absolutely.
cannot, like, if you have a hot head, you got to keep it under control.
Exactly.
Or else it's going to get you into trouble
Right.
in your sports. Like, on the court, you cannot be acting like that, can't act out.
best thing that
I
ever
think he
happened to
totally
him.
deserved it.
Absolutely.
3 games is enough.
Yeah, 3 games was definitely enough. We can all agree that Jeff Orr was a meathead fan, but I felt Marcus Smart was so frustrated with how OSU has been playing lately that whoever he came in contact with next, he was going to blow up on. So definitely well-deserved 3 games.
I mean, you can't. If you're a big-time player like that, you're going to be under the microscope, and no matter what you do is going to be analyzed by every sports network in the entire nation. He knew what he did when he did it, and I think the punishment was deserved.
Yep.
I like all the arguments there, guys. Let's give the point to Matt McCullock. Kicking chairs and knocking over water bottles, whatever it may be.
I like it.
Marcus
I'm
Smart,
heating up.
probably not going to get
Heating
much
up.
action left this season.
Get on the hair.
Next story, Staying in college basketball, the last undefeated team, Wichita State, is shocking college basketball as one of the final 2 undefeated teams in the country. Syracuse the other after squeaking by Pitt on that buzzer beater this Wednesday. Guys, starting with Matt, who will be the last undefeated team in college basketball?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and say that both will be undefeated at the end of the season. I'm not even going to answer what you just said. Both will be undefeated. I think Syracuse is just playing great basketball right now. Duke will be their only tough test, but Duke will have a really 4 games in 8 days or something like that. So they're going to be. It's not going to be like what
doable.
it was. Yeah, exactly. And Wichita State, the competition really isn't there. So I think they both will be undefeated at the end of the season.
I'm pulling for Syracuse here. Like you said, Wichita State, I mean, they're a great team. They're awesome. But Syracuse, I think if they can pull it off, it'll be a greater accomplishment than it would be for Wichita State.
Good momentum going into into March, too.
Yeah, I really don't think this is a question. Wichita State will be the last undefeated team, and it's because Syracuse still has to play at Duke, at Maryland, at Virginia, at Florida State, which is a combined 67-30. That's a tough schedule, and Wichita State in the Missouri Valley Conference. It's just it's a cupcake conference, honestly.
You know what, Brett? You were absolutely right, and I'm going to tell you why. Wichita State, they beat everyone they played so far. Their final 5 games, they have beat those opponents at an average score of 72-58. If that research isn't worth the point, I don't know what is, Zach. But I'm going to go with Wichita State going undefeated, going to run through their tournament, and they will come into the NCAA's undefeated. Syracuse will still be a number 1 seed, but not undefeated.
Let's give Mason Prince 2 points. One-upping Brett. One-upping Brett.
It doesn't work like that.
And also pulling out the research. They're both going to, I think they're, I like the research, Mason. Let's jump to spring training now. From New York all the way to LA, Major League Baseball teams are getting spring fever. It's that time of year to migrate south for spring training. How excited are you for baseball, Becca?
You have no idea. I'm so excited. Spring training, baseball. It's what I look forward to every year. Not only am I about to get ready to break out my jean shorts, but I'm about to break out in tears of happiness.
Mason Prince breaking out his jean shorts too.
Oh, so I'll see you there.
That's right.
Right? I'll see you there.
Pale legs, I got to get tan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can work on that.
I am definitely pumped for baseball season to start because as a Twins fan, we haven't been good, but we have 2 of the top prospects, Byron Buxton and Miguel Sano. And, I'm excited to see Michael Trout.
Yes.
He's going to be baseball's first $300 million man, according to the LA Times. They're talking about an extension for the Angels, so that'll be interesting to see.
Well, my teams to watch coming into this spring training is you got to look at the Yankees, new additions. Derek Jeter's last year. You got to look at the Mariners. Robinson Cano making his first appearance. Tigers, bye-bye Fielder. He's out of there. And the defending champion Boston Red Sox. They got young guys all across the table. David Ortiz looking for a new contract, trying to see if all the off-field stuff doesn't affect them and if they can keep it going to repeat a World Series championship.
Yes.
All right, slow your roll there. That's the season. We're talking about spring training right now. I am so excited for spring training. Not only is it fun for the fans, you get to go into warmer weather, but for the players too. It's a time to get out there and really make a name for yourself and maybe make a major league team. I don't know. We'll see. And get out of the minor league system. I don't know. Don't have to do those cruddy bus rides all the time.
Let's hand the
it's
point
a fun time for these players.
Becca Slaughter. She's busting out the jean shorts. Now busting out the points. That's 2 for Becca, 2 for Mason, if I'm correct.
It needed to happen today.
And 1 for Matt. Guys, just give me one little blip of your celebrity crush for Valentine's Day before we go to break.
My celebrity crush?
Yeah.
Emma Stone, no question.
My celebrity crush, Zach Sepanik.
Jennifer Aniston? It's got to be. Who's yours?
Justin Timberlake, come on.
That's all for the first segment. When we get back, NBA All-Star Weekend is upon us. We'll take a look at that and more coming up next.
Daddy's trying to win. Daddy's trying to win.
You're not 2 points.
Welcome back to the round table. Thanks for joining us tonight. Let's recap the scores real quick. Mason Prince and Becca Slaughter in the lead, tied for the lead, I should say, with 2 points apiece. Matt McCullock with 1 point, not far behind. And Brett Coppenbarger, he's got to pick up the slack, sitting there with a goose egg on the scoreboard.
Come back in the century.
Let's jump back into things here with segment 2.
Brought to you by New York Pizza.
NBA All-Star Weekend. The stars in the West, LaMarcus Aldridge and Damian Lillard. To the stars in the East, Paul George and Roy Hibbert, just to name some of the talent down in New Orleans for this weekend's All-Star festivities. Guys, starting with Brett, your favorite event of NBA All-Star Weekend.
Well, let me start off by saying I love All-Star Weekend, getting to see the best basketball players in the world, and then you get to watch the most famous people in the world watch the basketball players. So you're star watching, but I'm pumped for the slam dunk contest for this reason. 3 NBA All-Stars are actually participating in it this year, and I'm going to go with John Wall is going to win the dunk competition.
Nice.
Okay, I feel you, and you all are going to say dunk contest, but I'm going to go ahead and say three-point contest. Dunk contest is sheer athleticism. Three-point contest, sheer skill. And I want you to watch for Joe Johnson. He's hit 10 threes in a game before. I'm calling it. Dude's going to get the dub. Watch for Kyrie Irving, though. He's trying to go for 2 in a row. I think Joe Johnson's going to win this one. Give me Joe Schmo on my fantasy team, Joe Johnson.
All right, you were right. You were right, Mason. I'm going to go with the dunk contest, of course. It is the most entertaining thing. It's so much fun to watch. You got awesome props. You got cars.
Exactly.
You got people. Who knows?
Celebrities
Every year it gets
there.
better and better.
Just
Who knows what they're going to do this year? I'm
Very
excited.
true.
You got
Very
amazing guys. You got Paul George, Ross, Wall, Barnes, Lillard, McLemore. Oh, my God. I'm going to go ahead and say that Paul George is going to do it, though. He's incredible. He's thrown down some really cool dunks. Yeah.
Very true. And sorry,
I'm excited to
Mason. Dunk contest. It is.
You were right, Mason.
It's just a great atmosphere. They get to get creative too. I mean, you get cars, you get props in there, and then you got the celebrities. It's just it's a powerhouse in one little event. And I don't know, like you guys said,
It's the All-Star moments.
It's the All-Star moments. You got 3. This is the second time in NBA history to have 3 All-Stars since 1988. Like Brett was saying.
She's got stats.
1988, and they
Sweet
had
stats.
Jordan and Wilkins and Drexler, and that's when last time that happened. But I'm gonna go with Lillard. I'm sorry.
Lillard. I like
Did
that.
you say
Bold.
Did you say McLemore was going to be in the dunk contest?
Yes.
Like the thrift shop guy?
Yes, yeah, he is. Yes. Yes, that
No,
one.
that one.
Yes.
I had no idea that he was going to be on
Dude,
that.
he's really good.
That's why we're
I didn't know
watching.
that.
Come on
You
now.
just wait. You just wait.
Hey, we're going to give this point to Brett Coppenbarger, not out of pity.
are.
Not out of pity.
Not out of pity.
Hold up.
How's it
Brett
feel?
Coppenbarger going out on a limb and taking John Wall in the dunk contest. I like the guts there, Brett. Way to go.
John Wall.
Next up, the Olympics. There has been some disappointment for the U.S. so far in this Winter Olympics, namely Shaun White's The Flying Tomatoes performance. The women's curling team also fell to Russia. I know we're both like, what's curling? But the men's hockey team started off right against Slovakia with a big win. Guys, starting with Mason, are the 2014 games a dud?
I mean, no, they're not a dud. You still have hockey to come. USA Hockey, USA and Canada, if you don't remember, in 2010 had one of the best hockey games I've ever seen in my life. USA is playing out of their mind to open this Olympics. Canada started out the gate really slow, came back today, and won 6-0 against Austria. Look out for the USA. If they're going to get a gold in hockey, it is going to be the year. It's not going to be quite as dramatic as 1980, but I think they can miracle on ice. I think this year is the year for United States hockey. I'm calling it right now. I believe in you, USA.
I think they've actually been a dud so far up to this point. I think they've been a dud. They've been really boring.
Yeah.
Not a lot of, like you said, USA kind of had some little bit of moments, but starting to pick up now. Like Mason Prince said, we got hockey starting. USA hockey's looking amazing. But yeah, I'm really not too into it this year.
I mean, it started off with only 4 rings. Can we just bring that up?
Yeah.
Like it was set up for
wait,
failure. I'm sorry, I just can't get over it still. But I think a lot of the excitement has been wrapped up in the Sochi Problems Twitter account and all of the issues with the living conditions over there. And I think the Olympics this year have kind of lost their spark because people have been too caught up.
How about Gus?
They gave my boy Bob Costas pink eye.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
Don't wash your face. Don't use that
failure
water.
after failure after failure.
Ugh.
Dud is a strong word, but I like using that word. So I'm going to say that they have been really boring. I caught a little bit of the USA-Austria hockey game, which was a blowout. I'll check out the preliminary round game, I guess, tomorrow against Russia. Check out Alex Ovechkin. But, Winter Olympics. Yeah.
Something to watch.
Sign me up for summer. Sign me up for summer.
Something to watch, though. The USA just swept slope-style snowboarding, the event Shaun White pulled out of to put them back in contention for the most medals won in the Winter Olympics right now. They're only 1 behind the leader, and I think that's Norway. So they're back in contention.
Yep.
This Olympic is not these Olympics are not a fail for the United States. They're back in it. USA Hockey, I believe in you.
Shaun White's been a disappointment.
USA.
I like the arguments, guys. We're going to give the point to Mason Prince there, throwing in a little slope style with the snowboard in there. So great point there for Mason to take the lead as we head into the second break. Mason Prince on fire, ladies and gentlemen. When we get back, New York's new star and the news out of Missouri. Stick with us. Welcome back to the roundtable. Just a quick update of the Olympic medal count. The United States is tied for first with Norway, right atop the medal count standings, so sitting pretty right now. We're going to jump to our standings in points. Right now, Mason Prince, the leader with 3. Becca Slaughter close behind with 2. Then Brett and Matt both with 1. So there's nothing that they can't do here in this last segment. Let's jump right into it here. Play of the week comes from the king. That's LeBron James, just throwing down some dunks in practice, bouncing it off the wall, every which way, making it look super easy. Brett, why must he tease this with this show in practice?
Well, you know, as much as I would like to witness LeBron do the dunk competition, but he has nothing to gain in doing so. I mean, yeah, MJ did it, Blake Griffin did it, Kobe did it, Dominique won. But LeBron is already looked at as the best dunker of all, in the game right now. So what's he got to prove to anybody by doing the dunk competition?
He has everything to prove. You just said Michael Jordan did it. So LeBron, why aren't you doing it? I mean, the dude's filthy. If he entered, he'd win on principle. Like, the dude's just disgusting. I don't know why he wouldn't give the people what they want. He's been offered millions of dollars to do it. I don't know why he's not doing it.
I'd take that.
It's because nothing good can come out of it. Because people love to hate on LeBron James. They love it. They'll overanalyze every little thing he does. And
I would agree.
They'll overanalyze something so little, so dumb, like a dunk competition. Whatever he does, even if he wins it, he should have done this. He should have done that. He's going to get criticized, and it's not worth it. It's not worth it. He's King James. Come on.
Also, can we just talk about how this video in itself at practice is kind of annoying? It's kind of like he's rubbing it in our face that he's not going to be in the dunk contest.
You're absolutely right.
Okay, what was his
At least
motivation
he gave us
to
something
do
to
this?
see.
Yeah, but we see it all the time when he's on the court. He did not have to post a video.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he did.
anyways,
Yeah,
he
he
is
did. I
amazing,
enjoyed
and
it, LeBron.
I have to stand next to him. He's trying to be cool with the video, but he gains nothing from entering the contest.
Yeah,
She's one of those haters.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna hate too because I agree with Becca. Becca's getting the point on this one. He doesn't need to post a video when he's already got the credentials, the championships, the world
Brett,
wins here. You don't need it.
Can you
Moving
keep
on,
up?
Missouri
Get on my
defensive
level.
end Michael Sam coming out earlier this week saying that he is gay. He could be the first gay player ever to be drafted and play in the NFL. Mason, your thoughts on this news?
I support him 100%. It should not hurt his draft stock at all. His coach doesn't care about it. I don't care about it either. If his teammates didn't care about it, I don't care about it either. The dude can play. That's all that matters. He was a consensus All-American, only the 11th in Mizzou history, the first since Jeremy Maclin. This guy is a great freak athlete. He helped his team win a Cotton Bowl, a big bowl win in their program's history. I think it shouldn't matter, honestly.
Mason, you're absolutely right. It shouldn't matter, but unfortunately, I think it might matter a little bit, and that's very unfortunate. I hope it doesn't. But you got to imagine that some of those teams that might have thought about maybe taking him in the earlier part of the first round, might slip away and say, well, that's not conducive to our locker room or whatever belief system they have. It's very unfortunate. I hope it doesn't. I really do.
And that's my issue with it all. I think financially for him, it was not his best decision. Morally, I think it's awesome.
Absolutely.
He's being super
What a
brave.
guy.
He's attempting to be the first openly gay NFL player. And so that's amazing in itself, but financially, it could affect the contracts that are offered.
Okay, yeah.
It's going to.
I have to agree with the financial aspect of it. I've seen some mock drafts where he's dropped down a little bit since he's made that announcement.
Which is sad.
And I think when you're an owner or a GM of an NFL team and you have 2 players and it's between Michael Sam and someone else who's almost just as good, you go with someone else because the media circus doesn't come along with it. So
My argument for this, for what you guys are talking about, is would you rather him not come out and get drafted by a team who thinks he's straight, and then when he comes out, when he's in the NFL, they turn on him?
Right.
I think what he did.
I'm
we're
going to have
asking
to
for
give the
him.
point here to Becca Slaughter. I like the financial end of things
What's up,
as
y'all?
well as the moral end of things. That's a good point there for Becca.
What up? What up?
Moving on, Masahiro Tanaka arriving to the big lights of the Big Apple on Tuesday. He rented a Boeing 787 Dreamliner to get to New York. Only 6 passengers were on board the plane, which can fit over 200 people. including his pop star wife and toy poodle. McCullock, is this guy the next great pitcher from overseas?
Well, hold on. First of all, yeah, he did it really big with the airplane, but his first meal in New York City was from the grocery store. It was grocery store sushi. I'm just saying.
Doing it big.
Anyways,
Doing it big.
He might be. He might be. I think he might be more like a Daisuke Matsuzaka, a guy that came in that was everybody wanted, got a huge contract, and after just a little bit, just a couple seasons, kind of tapered off and wasn't really what everybody thought he would be. I don't know. That's my take.
I just hope he can live up to the hype. I mean, like y'all were saying, he came in really big, and I just really hope, because especially the Yankees need him right now.
Yeah, of course
they need
It's
him.
a different game though over in Japan. The ball's smaller. The games aren't not as long of a season.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he's going to pan out really.
I hope he can live up to the hype. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Not only will he be one of the better foreign pitchers in the game, he will be one of the best pitchers in the game. I love you, Darvish, for the Rangers.
Thank you.
And I love that comparison. I don't think he'll turn into the Daisuke Matsuzaka thing where we're getting overpaid. I like his game, and I can't wait to see his first start in pinstripes. He was only throwing like 60% of his arm, in the bullpen yesterday when he arrived in New York. So I want to see him full blow.
The reason that I think you're right as to compare him to Daisuke is it's almost the exact same situation. Dude was boss in Japan, came in, got a big paycheck. The difference between the two is Daisuke got injured a lot.
True.
He got injured a whole lot. But if he could stay healthy during this entire season, I think he has a chance to be one of the better pitchers in baseball. The dude's obviously got
I'm giving the points to Brett Coppenbarger.
That's
I like
right,
the
you
points
are.
he made there.
Right?
Brett Coppenbarger. Can he be the next greatest? He thinks he can.
I'll be the next
Let's end
greatest.
the show with Bedlam weekend. The Oklahoma men fell to Texas Tech Wednesday at home. The women lost to West Virginia at the Lloyd Noble Center yesterday. It's back to the road for both teams this weekend as Bedlam is nearing tomorrow for the men, Sunday for the women. Becca, we expect a sweep for OU this weekend?
I just want to start off by saying OU women's basketball has not lost to OSU in Lloyd Noble since 1998. I think the odds are in their favor. For the women, they can definitely pull it out. And for the men, they're fourth in the Big 12 right now, and I think if they can stay consistent, they have a chance, but they're in Stillwater, so who knows?
Yeah.
I think the men will have a lot better chance of winning the game tomorrow because obviously OSU's playing without Marcus Smart, and we've talked about their struggles. But, the women, heartbreaking loss last night where they had a chance to tie it with free throws at the end. So
Mason, jump in there.
Watch for OU men to win the Bedlam game. OU women, I think this is the one that they do lose this weekend.
Yeah, I agree. I think the men are going to win. The women, the OSU women are going to be coming back out for revenge after they lost to
They're
OU.
going to have the motivation.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
drive.
Mason's going to get the point here because I agree with him and how it's going to finish this weekend, which means if my calculations are correct, Mason Prince wins the round table. Do we have a tie?
We have a tie?
No. We have a tie.
your calculations are incorrect,
Mason and
Mr.
Becca, you
Sepanik.
guys take it away. FaceTime for both of you.
All right, well, I'm going to take the FaceTime first. Guys,
He's new.
the weather's been warming up. It's a special day in America today. Everyone get the one you love and go watch some baseball. Spring training starts today. Who cares about Valentine's Day?
Not your turn anymore. Not your
No,
turn
okay,
anymore.
go ahead.
I just want to talk about how I made a comeback this week. Last week, I definitely struggled, so I just wanted to throw that out there. Brett, how does it feel?
Wow,
How does
called
it
out
feel?
left and right. I guess this is my FaceTime now, huh? Wow.
It was well deserved.
Well, thank you for
Is that
joining us
right?
on the round table. Another Friday edition in the books. Hopefully you join us next week. Have a good weekend, everybody. Oh, well, I guess we're going to talk about Valentine's Day if you want.
Are we going to talk about Valentine's
Should we
Day?
talk about
You guys love
Valentine's
Valentine's Day, right?
Oh,
No, actually not.
You don't love
I want
Valentine's
to
Day?
give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to my girlfriend. Hi, Griffin.
Shout out to my girlfriend,
Yeah, she's
Adrian.
real. She is real. I promise.
She is real. I met her.
She's
She's
real.
a sweet girl.
She's real. She's on my computer.
She's loving it.
She's on my computer. Yeah.
We never would have thought that you would have had a girl.
No. I mean, like sometimes.
No, he's dating the girl that Manti Te'o used to date.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Gorgeous, by the way.
She is. You guys should see her car. It's really great. You should see her car, honestly.
So where are you going to dinner?
I mean, we might.
Are you going to go to the free pizza we have out there?
I'm gonna try.
Hey, babe.
Pizza and pasta. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, located in Adams Residence Hall